Joined now by MSUB men's basketball. And guys, if you just want to introduce yourselves to start with, please.
Rob Travey from Buffalo, Wyoming. I'm the junior.
Jamie Stevens, head men's basketball coach.
Coach Stevens, could you just start with a kind of brief outlook on the season?
Well, it's going to be an interesting year. You know, we have 4 returners from last year's program, last year's team. We brought in 11 new returners, or 11 new guys. So we're gonna have some growing pains, I think, early on in the season. You know, without having practiced a second yet, it's hard to say what we have. You know, we can tell in skill sessions in the weight room a few things, but until we get to practice and see what certain guys can do in certain situations, it's going to be hard to see where we're at. Schedule-wise, we play, I think, as challenging a schedule as any Division II school in the country, not only with our league, but our non-conference schedule. And, you know, so that's going to be a challenge. It's a good opportunity for our guys. We have a good group of guys. We enjoy working with them. They're working hard. They've had a good preseason so far, and we're looking forward to getting things going next week.
Coach, I know with only 4 returners coming back, I know asking for key newcomers, there could be a list here, but how about some of those newcomers coming in?
You know, I think, you know, one newcomer that kind of jumps off the page a little bit is Jarrell Creighton. He's a kid that transferred in from Boise State. A guy that I actually, when I was at Central Wyoming College, I coached against him a couple times, and you know, I couldn't stop him as a coach, so I hope he's that good. You know, he lit us up a few times that we played him when he was at Sheridan Junior College, and you know, he was good enough to sign with Boise State last year, and for whatever reason it didn't work out there, and he didn't have a good season, and we were fortunate to get him to join. So he's, you know, if there's one newcomer that you can kind of sit back and say, you know, he's probably going to have a pretty good season for us, it would be Jarrell Creighton.
And Robbie, I know we're talking about this season, but just looking back to last year, what was it like to go on that run through the conference tournament?
I mean, that was an unbelievable experience. You know, we didn't really know how the season was going to pan out for us, and we kind of went on a run in the conference tournament, and you know, guys made some big shots and big plays for us down the stretch, and it was just an unbelievable experience to be a part of that, and to make the tournament, NCAA tournament as well, was also very, very good honor to have. So,
Coach Stevens, looking at the GNAC this year, you got the defending national champion in your conference, Seattle Pacific, another very good team. What's it like competing each week in the GNAC? Yeah,
the GNAC's it's brutal. You know, the team's really solid Division II programs. Obviously, Western Washington, who was national champion last year, and I wouldn't be, and they have a lot of guys back, and I still wouldn't be surprised if they might not be picked preseason, you know, for first place in the league. I know there's 2 or 3 other teams that have a chance to be picked preseason team, you know, first place. So the league is extremely difficult. You know, you mentioned Seattle Pacific. You know, they pretty much have everybody back, and all conference performers, and some of the recruits that both they, Western Washington, and many of the other teams in our league brought in are really good. So it's going to be, you know, I tell everybody it's going to be difficult just to make the conference tournament, and we thought that last year going in, and as a 5 seed last year, we were able to make a run, and I just know this year if we are lucky enough to finish in the top 6, it would be a nice reward for us, because it's going to be difficult. This league is, I look at 1 through 10, and I just don't see on any given night a night where I'll feel comfortable as a coach going into that game.
Robbie, again, 4 guys coming back from last year. What's it like been playing with some of these newcomers?
You know, it's been good. You know, early on we do a lot of open gyms and whatnot, so it's you're kind of trying to get used to all the different players and their styles, and try to bring the chemistry in as quickly and efficiently as possible. But you know, we've been with them for about a month and a half now, going on 2 months, and it's been good. You know, we got a good group of guys this year. Definitely a lot different from last year. Got some more athletes, I feel. We're going to be a lot faster and quicker, so I'm excited for the year to start.
Coach, looking at the non-conference schedule, can you talk about some of the highlights on there?
Yeah, you know, the Hawaii trip's going to be a great experience for our guys. You know, we get a chance to go over and play 4 Division II games while we're there. You know, we're in a tournament at Hawaii Hilo where we'll play Hawaii Hilo, we'll play Western New Mexico and Maryville out of Missouri, so 3 solid Division II teams. And then after a day off, we have to go over and play BYU Hawaii, who, you know, historically has been one of the better Division II schools in the country. National championship game a couple years ago, and then and I think they finished top 3 in their league last year in the Pac West. We also host Dixie State, and we go to Grand Canyon. So the Pac West Conference in the West region, we play the top 3 teams from last year. So that just it underscores a little bit not just how good the GNAC is, but how good the entire West region is as a whole. When you have a team like BYU Hawaii 2 years ago, a national championship game, and last year they didn't even qualify in the top 8 of the NCAA tournament. So the West region, the GNAC, or the West region and the GNAC is just really good. Other road games, you know, you want to highlight would probably be, we have a really nice home schedule this year, getting Black Hills, South Dakota Mines at home, and then the 3 in-states. It'll be nice to, I think we'll have some interest in those games when Rocky Mountain, Carroll College, and Montana Western come to our gym in December. So I'm excited about the schedule. We get to play some extra games because we go to Hawaii and get to exempt some games. And you know, I think that's what this team's going to need. We're going to have to play a lot of games because you know, we're just trying to get to know each other. Like Robbie said, they've had a lot of open gyms in the first month and a half here, and I think Robbie's ready for us to start practice. So some of the guys that are taking all those shots in open gym won't be taking the same shots they're taking come Monday.
Robbie, are you excited about the trip to Hawaii? It's got to be pretty cool for the team to bond that way.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. It's always fun to, you know, travel to a place like Hawaii. We just stay there, I believe, 7 days or something like that. So hopefully we'll get to enjoy some other experiences besides basketball while we're down there too. It's definitely rewarding, you know, to be able to go to Hawaii and play against some tough competition, but also enjoy the experience as well.
We'll see about that.
Coach, what kind of offense and should the fans be looking for this year? A lot of 3-pointers, up and down kind of game?
You know, we're not as big as, you know, we weren't very big last year with the exception of one player. We're not big at all this year. And we, you know, we don't shoot it as well as we did last year, I don't think. And we're not as big. We are a lot more athletic than we were a year ago. I think we're going, you know, I'm sure that we'll have certain guys that'll take some threes, but for the most part, I think we're going to have to, you know, we need to get the ball in the basket a little bit more this year. You know, hopefully get to the free throw line and hurt people with some dribble penetration because, you know, until some of the guys prove they can shoot the basketball, I don't know how good of a shooting team we'll be. So, but we're going to get up and down. We're going to play hard defensively. We're going to get after people, similar to what we did last year. I have a feeling that I think we could be better defensively this year than we were last year, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say until we see these guys under the lights.
Coach, you mentioned how athletic you guys are. Will Robbie be winning the slam dunk contest at Midnight Madness?
That's the funny thing, because Robbie might have been in the slam dunk contest last year, and this year he's not even in the top 6 or 7. So we don't have to worry. We'd have to lower the hoop for a few of the guys, but you know, this year we actually can do a slam dunk contest. So you know, it's last year I don't know if we could have, and had we done it, it probably wouldn't have been a very good event. But this year I think it's going to be a pretty good event. We like Robbie did say, we have some athletes on this squad and some guys that can really get up and down and jump. But yeah, hopefully they can put the ball in the hole a little bit too.
Talk about both of you how it's going to be participating in Midnight Madness as it's coming to MSUB this Sunday.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's something we haven't done here since I've been here. So I think it's going to get a lot of our fan base kind of going, some of our student body excited for the upcoming season. I think it's good to get the student body involved early, and so hopefully throughout the season they'll be there supporting us and get as many people in that gym as we possibly can. So I'm excited, and I hope it's going to be a lot of fun.
it's going to be a good event, and we're excited that we can partner with the people. We say across the street, because Altair's Gymnasium is on one side of the street and the rest of the campus is on the other. So it's nice to be able to partner with the people across the street, and they've done a great job of getting things organized. It sounds like there's going to be a great student body presence there, and I know our program specifically, but a lot of the programs in the athletic department have made that conscious effort of really trying to get involved with things on this campus other than athletics. And of our 15 players, we have 13 that live in housing, and I think that's an important part of the college experience. Although I know some of these guys would rather live off campus, but I think it's important that these guys are seen on campus as more than just basketball players, as they're seen as students and people that get involved with all the aspects that go on campus. And it's easy for me because I lived on campus here for 4 years, so I can just tell them if it was good enough for me, it's definitely good enough for them. So.
Robbie, what's it like playing in front of a full gym here?
That's awesome. Usually, last year we had the Rocky MSUB game. That was, it usually always has a really good turnout. Fortunately, we didn't play that well. Fortunately, we didn't play that well in that game. Hopefully, it's changed this year. But no, it's always nice to have a bunch of people in there because it gets the energy and the environment going. Makes us play harder, makes us want to win a lot harder, or win better, faster, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, I don't know. It's enjoyable when you make a shot. There's a lot of noise, and or if you make a big play and the crowd's all into it and everything, it's a good experience.
Robbie, how active is Coach Stevens in practice? Is he out there moving around with the guys?
Yeah. Last year we do a little Scully's action, and he's diving on the floor showing us how it's done. So he's definitely energetic.
I couldn't get up the next day, but that's right.
A question for both of you as we'll kind of wrap things up. Just your goals for the season, individually, Robbie, and as a team.
Individually, I just hope to be more offensively productive. As I was in the previous couple years here. And also be more of a leadership role, take the leadership role. And as far as a group goal, team goal, I would say, at least make the GNAC tournament, get in there, and then see what we can do with that. Hopefully we can make another run. Like Coach said, the GNAC's definitely a tough conference. And we got a tough schedule coming up, but I think this group of guys can get it done. So,
our team goals every year are pretty basic. When we set out, when we have our team meetings, we talk about just, hey, every day we want to get better, and hopefully by that end of the season, we are the best. Try to be the best team we possibly can at the end of the year, and if that's good enough for us to qualify for our conference tournaments and NCAA tournaments, great. And if it's not, then we need to go out and recruit some other players. But that is our goal. Every year, every day, we want to get better, and we're going to add it up in March and see where we're at, and just like we did last year. And in the end, I tell these guys it's just about extending the season as long as possible every year, and hopefully that includes GNAC tournament, GNAC championships, and NCAA tournament appearances.
You guys have any closing comments?
Go ahead there. Robbie does. He's prepared something for us. Go ahead.
You put me on the spot like that. Expect some good things from this group of guys, I guess, and hopefully the community and the student body and everyone can get behind us this year, and hopefully we'll be successful.
Yeah, I'm excited about this group of guys. I think they're gonna play really hard. They're gonna work hard, and I think that'll transfer to some success, and we'll see what that success is.
Well, thank you both for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And that will wrap up 2012-13 Fall Winter Media Day here at MSU Billings.
Trey, you're natural, man.
Yeah, on the one that